We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
On the show today, Mike Eaton, everybody,
hello.
with multicolored. Everyone says they're baby's feet, but that is not a baby's foot.
No, that's a fully developed foot.
That's a hairless foot model.
Can you do feet the same way you do shrunken heads?
Ooh,
Because that could just be a shrunken foot. You lopped off like a pirate's foot.
hey, when I was a kid, it was rabbit foot on keychains.
Yeah.
And little jackknives.
Which was such a bizarre thing. Like, I remember rabbit foot keychains. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I know it's lucky or whatever, but that's just such a bizarre trophy to carry around. I definitely don't hunt either, so.
I heard a beep. Everything's fucking electronic now, man. I got a trauma from beep beep. I don't know.
Do you get the
what
phantom
I'm
vibrations
reacting.
too?
Dude, I'm ashamed of myself that I actually, in a conversation, and I'm massaging my phone through my pocket.
Yeah.
Like it's some sort of social anchor, and it's disgusting.
Dude, it's so bad. I put on like the screen time thing. So my wife was like even pointed out. She was like, dude, you're always on fucking Instagram and TikTok and just sharing and liking comedy stuff. Like, get off your fucking phone, man.
It's
like,
hard.
oof.
It's coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
You know, and in this business, you see how the lanes change. Oh, in the morning.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like, hey, we're not making movies anymore forever.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
That happened.
Dude, all of that shut. It was so interesting to watch too. Like all of the as soon as everything
Half
stopped.
of it's research just for your future.
Yeah.
Of what, like, do I need to learn how to knit? Because no one's allowed out of a room.
Yeah.
But
Dude, well, all the shit that like I keep finding more and more that all the random shit that I've learned over my life just becomes applicable later. You know, there's this idea of info sponging. It's Jeff Hoffman. He's the guy that founded Priceline. He had this idea that like the shit that you learn everywhere else is super important later in life. Like Steve Jobs, when he was in college, took a calligraphy class.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that the Mac had such a beautiful typeface.
Yeah.
Like the first computer. And it's just like, you know, what the fuck does he need calligraphy for? He's a savant tech guy. But just knowing the beauty of letters is a aesthetic people aim
samurai
for.
shit.
Yeah.
With the stick in the sand.
Yeah.
It's a very wax on thing.
Yeah.
You got to find some sort of romance and some sort of poetic part of life where you kind of just give your ego up to the idea. No one likes poetry.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, like, I think about, like, I had a job for a while with Cutco, selling
Cutco?
Cutco, so they're knives. So they're like nice steak
On the
knives
phone?
and dinner. No, it was in person.
You do
visits.
door-to-door sales?
So you would call people you knew. It was like a network thing. But essentially, when you
Pyramid
get hired,
scheme.
you bother all of your parents' friends.
Yeah.
And everybody that you know, and then you ask them for people you can bother, and you go and sell knives to them. So I saw through that shit right away, and I was like, well, the real money is in scamming other people to sell these knives for me. So I went into management, and I so, you know, fuck it. Me and my buddy, though, he's an ex-con, so we have, you know, tough time finding a place to live. We lived in an extended stay hotel, found like a used needle the first night. We would go to the dollar store for groceries.
Like 19?
22, 23.
Yeah, that's a good time to find needles.
Yeah.
You start missing mom's cooking, right? When you go like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have been such a... I could have taken it to the garbage. I probably would have got a 6 months extension on the family.
Right?
But a needle...
But so we found that... So, but I know like that time I was broke. Like we were just broke. We were selling knives, not making a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But I learned how to be broke good enough that it's good for comedy because I'm just broke and I learned how to do it already.
Wouldn't it be funny if you just were rich now?
Oh, that'd be so awesome. I would
Let's
love
talk
that.
about that. You know,
Yeah.
you're a Texanite. Is that what it is?
Texan, just a Texan. Yeah.
Texanite
Texanite sounds like a rock.
And you've been doing comedy, I'm going to say 9 years?
3.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they really suck here.
Yeah.
If I thought you were doing comedy, there's a real, you know what I'm talking. Listen, most of the comics here are awful.
Yeah. There's a lot of very terrible comics. I was saying this to someone the other day. It's like, dude, when I see shows, there's always at least one person on the show where it's like, why do you even fucking do this?
Yeah, no, you've never, someone needs to pull. Well, this is this kind of tribal mentality. I was talking to some of the other younger comics in the scene is that this is not a team sport. And if you start listening to what everyone's telling you around you, you're going to be on a big show. Someone's going to pull a string, and you're going to be on a show you shouldn't be on with people who spend a lot of money, and you're going to fucking bomb so bad. Like the guy from Jamie Foxx on that roast. Did you ever see that? Jamie Foxx, there's a famous NFL player.
Yeah.
Peyton.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah, I don't know sports, but I know that. Just because of that comedy thing.
Yeah.
And the guy got on a dais, a roast, and he was one of the comedians. Also, Jamie Foxx and I think maybe Mike Epps, a couple other just killer lineup.
Great comics, yeah.
And they're all huge of this football player's fan, and he's a legend apparently. I don't know. Is he?
Yeah, he's very, very good.
Yeah, I've seen him featured in like Simpsons and stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
So the Mannings are also a football family.
You are a football guy.
I played.
Did you?
Yeah, I played.
Okay.
I played a year of college ball even. Yeah.
A lot of your guys end up playing in the CFL.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of guys who went from NFL and
the CFL is like the Austin comedy scene. Where it's like if you're not good enough to make it somewhere real.
My hometown has a CFL team.
Yeah.
The Hamilton Tiger Cats. How rude.
That's insane.
Yeah, you're right. The
Go
CFL,
Columbus Blue Bombers.
I don't know what it is. Winnipeg. No, Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Is it Winnipeg? Okay.
I think so. We're both.
They all sound so fucking dumb.
Well, no, Tiger Cats.
What is a tiger cat? It's a tiger. Or is it a cat? That's a fucking dumb name, dude.
I think that's a thing, though.
yeah.
Isn't that in a book, Tiger Cat? No, you're right. I never thought about it.
I think everyone should just be the Guns.
Do you want to hear something?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what they say when the Tiger Cats play? Oski wee wee, Oski wah wah, Oski something another, and that's their football.
Is that
chant.
some Eskimo shit?
I don't know what that is.
Oski wee wee?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then there used to be some alcoholic that would come out and do a cartwheel in a tiger costume and then fall flat on his face.
Dude, that's awesome.
You got to figure it's like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Or Detroit.
Dude, college football? There's actually a comedian here in town. He's a dude named Austin Morgan, but Austin Morgan used to be Bubba Hogg. And he would take his shirt off and just go ape shit at University of Arkansas games, which Arkansas is like the capital of incest. So it's already just backwoods.
What are we doing here?
Right? It's a bunch of people with 3 teeth just fucking each other and looking gross. It's where Walmart's from.
Yeah, but it's fine. That's fun.
Oh,
too.
no, it's fine. They're great to tell
They're
jokes
probably
at.
good cooks.
Oh,
You're gonna
for
find
sure.
a tooth in the soup, though. That's the only problem.
Dude, fat people are the best cooks.
They are.
'Cause
and blowjobs, you always get chicken wings. Doesn't matter what kind of truck the guy drives.
Dude.
They'll set you up.
Fat people and oral sex is like peanut butter and jelly, man. Like we're built for it. You know, like I've always said,
'cause
fat girls give the best blowjobs
because they're stationary.
Well, and because
There's
they've
no
got such a big
cardio.
head, there's just this mush mouth in the middle, and they fold all their rolls up around it. You're like
Yeah.
insulated.
And you zip tie it, and then put an apple in her mouth and kick her down the stairs.
Let's face it, she didn't get that way by not shoving too much stuff in her face. You know,
we're praising the cocksuckers.
100%. This is not slanderous in any way.
No.
I admire them for their service.
When did you decide to give up?
Start sucking cock? Oh,
no.
Stop.
Well,
Ooh.
getting married. No
Yeah.
offense. The blowjobs stop. The blowjobs are usually, they say, after the first year.
Well, so I haven't been married a year yet, so we'll find out.
Okay.
We got married our anniversary's coming up soon, but yeah, we got married last October.
It sounds like you really love this woman.
I do, very much so.
That's
She's
why
great.
you weren't hanging so much of the relationship. See, I'm a free range animal.
Sure.
And you know, you got to really, you know, how long? 8 months been married? 9 months?
11 months, something like that. Yeah, math's hard.
And especially being a comedian.
Yeah.
How do you explain your friends? She must have a great sense of humor.
Yeah, she does. She thinks I'm very funny. She
Yeah.
also shares your opinion that most of the comics here suck.
Yeah.
Because she goes to shows.
She must elbow you and go, and you have to tell her to shut up.
No, I don't.
No.
No, she'll be like, she's
That
very
guy's
polite,
terrible.
and she'll watch, and then afterwards she'll be like, that person was very not funny. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, okay. I've been on dates where the girl's heckling the guy who's bombing.
No.
I go, you need to shut the fuck up.
No.
Here's another bump. Get out of here.
One of the things that made me like just fall even more in love with her is she came to a show. One of the first shows I did in Austin after I moved back here at Zilker Park, which is an outdoor thing,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
cool.
not a great place for comedy, but nothing was happening. There was no indoor shows at the time. So there's 250 people out sitting on this yard, like just out on blankets and shit, and we're doing the show.
Where the rock cliff is?
Yeah, so there's that rock, and then we were
Yeah.
on the other side
I
of it.
figured that when I walked up there, I'm like, this is kind of like a Coliseum-y kind of thing. You could have
Yeah.
people, yeah.
So it wasn't ideal, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And so I went up and I did pretty great, and it was nice because a bunch of awesome people who hadn't seen me in a while, who had seen me when I was like 6 months into comedy and not very good at all, saw me do good, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's cool." And then I sat down with her and then a few of her friends that had come out to see me, and during the show, one of her friends started to like heckle one of the comedians, and she got so mad at her friend. She was like, "What are you doing? This is a show.
Yeah.
If you want to talk, fucking go over there."
Drunk
And I was
friend.
like, "Oh no, they were sober."
Really?
And I was like, "Babe, I love you so much."
Yeah.
Like sticking up for like,
She's going to defend you
yeah,
when people are throwing chairs at you because you're on the wrong night.
yeah. The night that I got booed off stage in Georgetown and the guys were gonna like
That's
come
awesome.
kill me.
Yeah.
Like I texted her, I was like, "Hey, I have to sneak out the back door," and she's like, "Hurry and get home, babe. I love you."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'll be around. Let's get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to get run out of town.
it is uniquely
I
thrilling.
feel kind of Kevin Bacon.
I got to tell you though, like it very much played out like those arguments you have where like you're in the shower a day later and you're like, "Oh, I should have done this," because I'm not trying to be confrontational. I don't want them to
Project
hate
that,
me.
yeah.
I give off a very friendly vibe, and I just said the wrong thing and stuck to my guns about it. And so I wanted to be more funny and mean and like lean into it, but I'm not that person. I thought about it later, like, "Oh, I could have fucking really told those
Sure.
rednecks what's what." And just at the time, I was like, "I'm gonna leave. Don't kill me, please."
You didn't yell at them at all?
I started to, and the thing was, so I was telling a story about getting arrested for weed, which
Yeah.
is just a dumb thing to exist at all.
Yeah.
And I said that the phrase "Blue Lives Matter" is retarded. Like, it's dumb. You weren't born a cop. Like, you chose that profession. Like, come on. And just pointing out that was dumb. And when I said that, a guy in the front row just goes, "You shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, chill. Like, I don't hate cops. I just hate cops that arrest me, you know?"
That guy came to get triggered.
He came to get triggered, but then a lady in the back goes, "You go back to LA." And then
Go back to LA.
and it
You're
starts
local, Texas.
a fucking chant. And like people are like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah.
And they all start screaming and booing.
That's how you find out how incest exists in a town. If they collected, none of those people probably even know each other.
No.
But the fact that they got together to go against you, the guy who's come in to entertain them,
Yeah.
who's very non-confrontational and really is rooting for everyone to have a good time.
Yeah.
And you've got Pirates of the Caribbean in the front. You got to get a knife
Dude, and
and just put it in your teeth when you walk out on stage and just go, "All right, let's get this party started."
yeah. Well, and it's so interesting too, because like, so we did that show recently at Native Hostel, and that crowd is such a woke, nice group of like young professionals trying to change the world and make it better. And like even like I have some pretty fucked up jokes, but they're not like blue. And I said those, and I was like, "Man, I can't wait to watch them react to you." And it was so cool to see.
They had no idea of spectrum of
Yeah.
how bad it could get.
They didn't know they were like,
No.
"Oh, this is also comedy." Like, holy shit.
Well, the amount of regret they're feeling 2 minutes into my set, they're like, "We really should have paid. We should have gave that guy more because we're giving this guy nothing." right?
Well, no, that
look
was
like-
what I was going to say is that there were like in that room of 25, 30 people, there were 10 people in there that think you're the funniest thing they've ever seen. Like they were fucking dying. And I love watching that from the crowd because there's always like a dude with a chick and the dude is about to die laughing and the girl's just digging into his thigh. Like, don't you fucking dare laugh at that.
It goes flippity flop, and the guy's on a first date and finds out the chick he's with is a freak. But he's like, "What are you laughing at? Frozen dog shit in the pussy?" He's like, "We're supposed to go meet my mother next week." No, yeah, you really.
Your profile said you liked hiking. Like,
yeah, this is not hiking. He's murdering us. He's murdering. I'm crying. My puppies are.
I can't even get out of here. We're locked in this room.
Yeah, I know how many bladder infections I've provoked just from a captive audience.
Yeah.
I've had kidney. They said the girl said I owed her like a cranberry juice because she held her piss too long. Like, how's that? Anyway,
You should sell
but-
diapers as merch.
You know what? I am a diaper as merch. Have you seen my bathtub videos
No.
when I log father
Is this about shitting?
in the bathtub?
Damn
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, you've never seen? Well, let me explain.
I believe you've told
almost-
you shit a lot, right?
Oh, no. I'm like a 1 day dump.
But you film every one of them.
No, don't be rude. Yeah. I used to scat chat. I had Snapchat and I'd log father everybody out. Have you ever been log fathered in?
No.
I got blocked. Some people blocked me, and then some people were as much as it because all they'd hear. I had to take Snapchat off my phone because I really developed a problem. Like this went on literally every morning. I was on a really good routine when I was in LA. The hiking, the diet, all the exercise and stuff. So my body had some like clockwork to it. And I knew that if I made a strong enough coffee in the morning, I could get down to show business. So I would have a coffee and then get a little, I could feel a hair moving. And then I'd take the phone and blow logs into the bowl but I draw like eyes and faces on my ass. So it looked like a guy just throwing up shit into a bucket. But that went on for 4 years straight, almost every day, at least every day. So
Holy shit.
I'm not on Scat Chat anymore, which is Snapchat. I was just tired of getting all these other social media platforms. Like,
Yeah.
Are you TikToking?
I am just for our podcast.
Yeah.
But dude, it's such I feel like TikTok is proof that we're in a simulation or that I'm old. It's one or the other because we'll post videos on there. And if it's about like suicide or we're joking about wanting to kill ourselves or trauma or it's about drugs, it explodes. It blows the fuck up and
Don't you get yanked? Aren't you eyeballed?
Yeah.
As a suspect?
We have
Is
right
somebody-
now 27
They pull you like that.
community guidelines violations. So we have
70?
27.
27.
Yeah.
And what are you eligible for? 100?
I have no idea. Every time
Oh.
it happens, we're banned for like a week. But the ban is weird because it just means all our videos bomb.
Yeah.
So we'll post a video and get 1,500 views. You know, it's just terrible for us. But
How does that work in new asses in the seats?
nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's a
You need a
simulation
million.
because we have 40,000 followers. We have almost 1 million
I know
likes,
mathematically.
and it translates to zero.
Like,
It's
what's going
zero.
on in there? Like, to be a fly on the wall. We even go with an old MySpace executives
Mm-hmm.
meeting, and them talking about how they're going to monetize this
Mm-hmm.
beast that's been unleashed into the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Because how could you not? When I was first shown Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
I laughed. I'm like, oh, it's like iPhoto for your phone.
Yeah.
I don't really see the value in that. And now I do 90% of my work goes through that account.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
It's so bizarre.
Now I'm having to connect other things to that when I
Yeah.
thought that was going to be a passing phase. But TikTok's a whole nother labyrinth. I've got an account, but I'm afraid I've got too much shit going on as it is.
Well, it's
trying
hard
do
to,
some
and
live
because
shows.
Anything that you do that's going to be true to who you are,
Oh, it's going to get yanked.
it's going to get removed immediately.
Hey, you know what? I've never had any warnings on anything.
Wow.
But this is crazy, though. This is one of the things. I cannot write the word pig anymore on Instagram or Facebook. They've denied me from writing those 3 letters. They give me warnings before writing the word pig because I've written it so much.
Just like anti-cop rhetoric, or is
No,
it
just
like a
it's
fuck pig?
My reference to anything that I despise and disgusted.
Okay.
So I'll call pig, but it's also a term of endearment. It's kind of like the word fuck for me.
Yeah, sure.
It applies to a lot of different things.
I wonder why that's banned for you. That's a bummer.
Somebody complained. Tattletaled
Damn.
and probably said, "Look at this guy's writing pig."
Dude, I got reported yesterday because a guy came and commented on one of our videos that we had a garbage podcast. So I was like gonna reply, and I looked for something.
Why is anyone provoking? Because it's you and Eli.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were married.
Right? Yeah. So does my wife.
That's a terrible thing to get hostile with you. Because look at you're running with Eli. No one cares.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you.
We don't give a shit, but so like someone says that and it's like, well, I make fun of shit professionally.
Yeah.
Like this isn't going to end well for you. I looked on the kid's profile and all he has in his bio is just R.I.P. Candace 2019. So I just replied
Candace
to.
who?
I have no idea. It just says R.I.P. Candace.
Oh,
Probably
you
his
went
mom
after
or
his
his sister.
family?
So he says garbage podcast, and I just said it was Candace's favorite.
Oh my!
I just left that.
You should put a high school picture up of some anonymous girl of just him with the eyes, with the bar across the eyes with X's. Yeah, no, it's fun. We put out.
I love cyberbullying.
Start from the top. Strip club.
Oh, so we go to this bachelor party. We go to a strip club in a double wide trailer, which is fucking insane. Shouldn't exist. And then this girl gets on stage. The first stripper is Dallas, and she's 6 months pregnant. He has like the bloated belly button and like the happy trail.
How long were you with her for?
Right, just one dance.
Just one dance.
But so it's fucking awful. And after she gets off stage, the next girl goes up, and so then Dallas is making her rounds like, "Who wants a private dance?" And she's got this gravelly voice. It's awful, and we're all just like not even making eye contact. Like, please don't, no.
She's picking your pocket.
I
with
don't
her
want
pussy.
it. Right? Oh, dude, I bet that thing, like that little 6-month-old is just reaching out and stealing. But so, like, eventually the guy who's getting married is like, "Hey, man, do some comedy, do some fucking comedy." I was like, dude, this is
I've been
not,
tricked into that before.
this is not the place. They don't want to hear this. These other people here will be furious that this is happening.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, let's not do it. And then fucking one of the dudes goes and bribes the DJ. He's like, "Hey, call my friend's name," and he'll go up there and do comedy. I'm like, God fucking damn it. So I catch wind of it happening. The next girl that comes out, I shit you not, she had a clit ring that had a like ping pong ball sized jewelry on it.
Yeah.
So just this huge fucking ping pong, and she's just slapping.
From a pinball machine, like a ball bearing.
No, but it was white. It was a big white thing on the end of like, like the hood
Those are
piercing.
balls, buddy.
God damn.
That guy's Dan. I know that guy. One ball Dan.
Well, Dan has a lot of labia.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, there's some of these pussies are, it's a jungle out there.
Dude, so she's a nightmare to see, and she's slapping that thing around, and then they called me up on stage, and I was like, this is not going to go well. And I was like, "Hey, make some noise if you knew your dad." And immediately people start booing, and I got off the stage.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You got to get out of here."
No, 2 things you can't compete with is food and pussy.
Yeah.
You do not want any of those in the room when you're on stage.
No, absolutely not. Food is so good.
Yeah, and not to mention that girl with her tits out in the front of a comedy show who's trying to be the stripper on your comedy night. You've ever seen that?
Yeah.
Guys can do it too, but they're not as it's mostly just like a macho bullshit. Is that crumb on your arm?
That is.
It is crumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I found that out much like 4 years after I got the tattoo.
Really?
'Cause I like Fritz Cat and everything,
Yeah.
and thought it was great. But when I got this tattoo, I asked my artist to draw me a Third Eye Blind tattoo. Because
As a joke?
no, I love the band Third Eye Blind earnestly.
Dude. You gotta go now.
I understand.
Third Eye Blind.
I love other
that
bands
guy's
too.
son hung himself.
That's fine.
No, I'm thinking of
That's
boop bop bop boop boop ba da ba da. Oh, Third Eye Blind.
yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah, I understand that opinion.
That guy used to date Nora Jones.
Sure. I
then
don't
he got
follow
into
any other
heroin.
social life. That's probably why the music's so good. Heroin makes for great music. I love them. I'm a piece of shit. I get it.
How many albums did they put out? 2? 1 and a
They've like
half?
11.
No.
Yeah, they're still making music. They still tour.
Because they were doing that 60 Seconds from Mars, the those kind of like model bands where it was like either out of work actors who put together.
Well, Jared Leto 30 Seconds to Mars isn't terrible.
Documentary, they're terrible. It's terrible. I know we have different tastes. But
Strangers in a
awful.
Strange Land is a great song. By them.
would
It's got a great
beat up
bass
that
line.
guy's wife in front of him
I
just to stop the music.
I'm with you there. You know what? I like Creed and Nickelback too, but like I also like Gilded Cunt by Cradle of Filth. So like, I go across the spectrum.
I get it.
I've gone to a lot of hardcore shows. I've gotten beat up in mosh pits.
I've seen, but come on. Third Eye Blind?
Yeah, I love them. I love them so much. I listened to
didn't
them
know
in my
they were-
formative years. So, right when I was finding out I was gay, I was like, this music's perfect.
Third Eye Blind will do that.
It's so good.
Oh, I'm thinking of that Third Eye Blind does suck, but also
Are you thinking of like Sugar Ray or something with Mark McGrath?
That's good too.
Is that a great band? Awesome hair. Love his hair.
Fooled by that band.
Yeah?
The first album had a kind of a
Oh, they were
Fishbone-
punk kind of.
Fishbone, Chili Pepper kind of spin-off thing.
Yeah.
Rick, there's some great interviews of him doing tons of cocaine and going on talk shows and stuff.
Hell yeah.
And talking to TMZ, just gacked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you like old AFI?
No.
Like when Lady Havoc was like a punk rocker?
I was more in the metal.
Okay.
My brother was the punk rock kid.
Okay.
I liked more the 60s, 70s, 80s.
So name some
punk
bands
rock.
that you like.
Bronski Beat.
Don't know them.
You don't know Bronski Beat?
No.
They have a very popular gay anthem. I can't remember what, but the Run Away, Turn Away. You've heard the song.
So you like the kind of metal where all of the guys had you like hair metal?
No. I'm teasing you.
Oh, okay.
No, my tastes are pretty broad. But
Okay.
as far as emo-y kind of pop punk, because it was like New York, it was like, Bad Brains, Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Gangrene, all the suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Casualties.
Yeah. All the skate punk bands, and then I'd seen some Rancid stuff. Mm-hmm. I like some of the transplants that they did off of that, but that's about as that I could go. I wasn't really big on the, I like romance. A lot of New York punk, with the exception of like some of the DC bands and stuff.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
What about, do you like the band Rise Against?
No, but I've seen them a bunch of times, but I couldn't tell you. My friends are in Billy Talent, so I would go and watch their shows, and usually the bands that they were either opening. I saw them open for. I happened to be in Prague. Mm-hmm. It was the weirdest shit. I'm in Prague. I see there's a Billy Talent poster. The rest of it's in English, or not in English. And I message Ian, and I'm like, "This is crazy, man. I can see you guys are opening for My Chemical Romance in Prague." And they go, "Yeah, this is a big show. You got to come to this." So I go. I'm on holiday with my girlfriend at the time, and we go to this show. There must have been 16,000 kids.
Wow.
It was fucking huge.
Yeah.
It was insane. They killed it. And then I think the drummer played a song with them,
Oh, sick.
or vice versa. But anyway,
My Chemical Romance sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad band.
This singer is married to the drummer from Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird because
is
Mindless
weird.
Self-Indulgence is much better than My
Mindless
Chemical
Self-
Romance.
I saw MSI, MSI, yeah, and System of a Down and Clutch.
Yeah.
So
What a show.
Mindless Self-Indulgence goes on first, and they're getting, look, you got Clutch fans and System of a Down fans. Like it's almost Nickelback behind that, right?
Yeah.
And Mindless Self-Indulgence, which I'm like, you know how you were watching me at the Native Hostel, like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I knew Jimmy Pop or Jimmy. Is it Jimmy Pop? The
I'm so
singer?
bad at names.
Anyway, I knew that this guy was actually had a sense of humor about clearly what kind of music. Look, a lot of people probably hated them. I seen them sell out shows later.
Yeah.
and I think they were holding out for a big deal. he would jump down off the stage, put his back against the barrier, and go, "You suck!" And he'd be yelling that his mic on stage was picking up his voice yelling at his band.
That's
in
fucking
between
awesome.
songs.
Yeah.
And then Clutch came out, and then some out of work lumberjacks just kind of come up to the stage. You know, Clutch fans.
Yeah.
They all look like we work at Bass Pro Shop or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And then just a bunch of freaked out kids watching System of a Down.
System of a Down shows are so insane because like Armenians go so fucking hard for those guys.
Talk to Sam Tripoli. I think that actually a couple of those dudes used to come to the store all the time.
Yeah,
To
I think
see
they
Sam,
did.
To see Tripoli all the time. He had the Armenian connect. He used to go off because there would be the hardcore Armos. Mm-hmm. And I think his dad's Armenian, but his mother, I don't know if they're both. But long story short, Armenian guys would be like, "Hey, I don't like what you're saying." He goes, my fucking mother's Armenian." Like,
Yeah.
and they would pull. He goes, "This is this is why people hate us."
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I saw him go off, and he's like, "No." I remember him just
Yeah.
all right. Who said that?
Yeah.
And just bury a sold out show at the Saturday. Did you were in California for a minute?
For a couple years, yeah.
Did you make it into the store?
I got to do potluck.
Oh, but you
and
frequent the place while you were there.
I would go there all the time to watch
Yeah.
shows and hang out and like
Crazy,
sign up for
right?
potluck. Like what you were saying at the beginning of this.
2018?
Yeah, 18 to 20.
Yeah.
Was the years I would go and hang out there.
Just caught it.
Yeah, man.
You just caught it. At least you got bragging rights
Yeah.
to see I saw the end.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, like that was my whole goal was to become a door guy at the store. That was what I wanted to do in LA. I was like, I'll just be a door guy at the store. I'll fucking do comedy. That's the shit, and we'll figure it out from there.
The apprenticeship is in place.
It's so cool.
There's
But
so many people that did that.
you know, I moved here and I get way better stage time. But like what you were saying at the beginning is of like people
you get
pull
stage
strings
time here. How
and
many times are you getting up a week in LA? Once every 2 months?
honestly, so that was the thing that I always
about
thought
my
was
own
weird
career.
is I would do a lot of slotted mics where you have to pay $5 or whatever, and then I would drive all over. I bought a Prius so I could drive all over, but I would go up like 7 to 10 times a week. But I was only doing
And you were
3, 4, 5 minutes at a
Costing
time.
you $200 a month to do comedy in LA.
Yeah, probably.
That's
More
crazy.
because of gas and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, so I had a
500.
friend who knew a lady that ran a bringer show at the store. So I'm 9 months into comedy doing the belly room
That's great.
with like fucking crazy good people on the show. And I go back and I watch those clips and I cringe so fucking hard. Like, it's like, oh my God, why? Who let me get on stage at the Comedy Store that new into comedy?
Luckily, you were on a bringer show
Yeah.
at the Comedy Store in the belly room, which means no one really saw anything.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
The 8 people I brought thought I was amazing.
But there could
So-
be, you know how that place is. Someone leans in the door. I don't know how many times I walk in there. You see like Rick Rubin, Chris Rock, and shit. And
There
all
were
blowing.
that was the craziest shit there is
Yeah.
I would go there and hang out with my comic friends and like
And did you pull your buddies aside and say, "Listen, don't blow this for us"? There's so many guys that come to there and fucking line crossers and do stupid shit.
yeah, I mean the guys that I hung out with were all very serious about
Yeah.
comedy. Like we were all just there to watch shows, support friends on shows, sign up for potluck, and then just hang out and drink on the patio and socialize. And like, you know, I mean those were some of the most fun nights ever. Hanging out at the store, watching some of the best people
yeah.
in the world.
You clearly
just
saw the
destroy.
Ding Dong show.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Don Barris is a legend.
Yeah.
He's fucking just so funny.
I'd love to see the Ding Dong show here. I'm sure
Yeah.
Joe's going to transplant some of his favorite things from
Fucking
Hollywood
hope so, man.
and New York. I think there's going to be this kind of hybrid thing going on.
I mean, that's the great thing about Austin too, is that it's halfway between. You
Yeah.
know, you can get to anywhere in the country a lot quicker than you can from LA or New
It's
York.
excellent.
So it's
My house is 10 minutes from the airport, for Christ's sake.
fucking
I can
perfect.
get anywhere in the world in a very...
And they're adding a shit ton of flights to Austin. Like,
Yeah.
'cause that used to be
They
the
have
bitch
to,
is
the
that you had
population.
to fucking connect through Dallas for everything. But there's a lot more nonstop
Yeah.
shit now.
Very cool. I'm really digging it here. You know,
Yeah.
since I've been here since mid-December, and you know, you grew up around this. You were talking about beating up college girls or something. No, no. But you went to school and not in Texas.
Yeah, so I tried to go. So I played high school football here in Texas, which is like a religion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. When I was 17 years old, we played, South Lake played Trinity. So those are 2 high schools here. It was nationally televised.
Old rivals.
No, just like both of the big. So, Trinity is a perennial powerhouse in a city called Euless that is most famous.
Christian school sounds.
No,
Trinity?
I think at one point it was, but it's just a public school.
Yeah.
But they're famous because they have a huge Tongan population. So from the Pacific.
Tongan.
Yeah.
Like
so
Hawaiian.
Yeah, like the Islanders. Yeah, Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
So
I
they.
dated a Tongan girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you survived. They're so
Yeah.
big and beefy.
She's a big girl.
They all look
She
like
looks,
Maui from Moana.
crazy, like gorgeous.
Yeah. They're beautiful people,
Yeah.
but they're also very strong, and they do the haka, which is
Yeah.
like their ritual dance. So Trinity is a perennial power because they have these 300-pound high schoolers that are just mowing people down. And then Southlake was a rich white school that just grew up on technical skills, and we like started the spread offense. So those are two like big competing schools playing on national. 38,000 people
Yeah.
fucking watching 17 and 18-year-olds
Oh,
play
yeah.
football. It's insane.
I would, they would televise the CFL games in Canada, and then you get American football. And I must have been watching numerous college games that didn't know. I thought it was CFL games because the stadiums, I don't know, 90,000 people show up
Yeah.
for some of it.
Yeah.
Like we're pushing 100,000.
Yeah.
I'm completely ignorant to it, but the stadium, the audience goes all the way around.
Yeah.
They fill it all out.
Yeah.
Sold out. See, these are all season
And all
ticket
those
holders.
people all own some kind of merch for
Oh, yeah.
a team. Like, it's so profitable.
It's big business.
But so I did that in high school, and I played for that. And so then I used that to leverage my way to play college football. So I went and I played a year of college football at an all-guys school in Virginia. It's just,
I went to an all-boys school in Hamilton.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it's terrible, right?
Can you still throw?
I mean, I wasn't a quarterback or anything. I could throw all right. I could throw a ball probably 30 yards, but I'm decent.
Yeah.
But it was such a jock culture, and like just all these macho men, just everybody overcompensating, and it just stopped being fun. Like it was.
Comedy's way better.
Dude, comedy's way better. I wish I'd found it sooner, man.
Yeah.
I tried
you're only
motivational
30
speaking
now.
and shit. Like I tried doing the nice form of comedy, but like when you go and you say impactful things on stage to try and improve someone's like shape in life, there's no instant gratification. Like you might occasionally get like a ooh or like a clap. Like that's cool. Like there's a little applause break.
Relatability.
Yeah, but when you go up there and do jokes, you say this, they go ha ha, and it's like, oh, it's the best drug ever.
Most definitely. That's
It's-
why acting sucks.
Yeah, dude, fuck acting.
It takes forever to get any claps. And even then, the ship's already sailed.
Yeah, man. I don't understand how these people delay gratification that long.
I'm going to start acting again.
Yeah.
I did a horror movie that's respectable enough that I think I should maybe audition for some stuff.
So I watched the trailer that you put on Instagram because it was fucking amazing.
It's a good one.
Are there jump scares in it? Or is it just like a horror
No,
gore?
there's some jump scares.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
them. They fuck me up so bad.
My grandmother had a heart attack watching MacGyver for that reason. I mean, true story.
Wow.
Yeah. She goes, I was watching MacGyver and
You just made my
almost
anxiety
killed her.
so much worse. Now I'm gonna die watching something.
Oh, we're all gonna die doing nothing.
yeah, that's
Get in
fair.
and paddle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great next couple of months. There's gonna be some exciting stuff coming up in the city,
I can't wait.
right?
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna get diarrhea.
Dude, I'm trying to get like 6 or 7 more vaccines. It's free drugs, man.
Have you been injected?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got both of them. The whole thing is everything that all the smart people said was that it's killing fat people. And I was like, all right, I got 2 options. I can either diet or I can fucking get the shot that makes me
That's
not
the
die.
thing. You were fit before playing football.
Yeah, a long time ago. And then
That's what I mean, though. But at least you were there. Your body's still heightened.
yeah, like
Even though you're thick and
so I did at the beginning of the pandemic. I had like a giant mental freak out, and then I lost like 40 pounds, and I was exercising, eating real healthy.
Did you put anything back on?
Yeah, all of it. I
All
put it
of
all
it
back
back.
on. Yeah, I got married,
Almost
been
to the
happy.
pound? Yeah.
And like, it also with everything opening back
cooks.
up. Yeah, she cooks, and we're both big into food.
Yeah.
Like she works at high-end restaurants. So she's worked at several of the nicest places here in Austin. So we know all
Wife
of the
knows what a good
chefs.
steak is.
Dude,
Do
have
you
you been
get
to
spoiled?
ALC? Have you been there yet? Austin Land and Cattle?
No.
Great fucking steak.
Okay.
Oh man, so that's probably my favorite place in downtown, or like in the proper Austin. The other place, Steiner Ranch, out in
What do
Lakeway.
you do? Prime rib?
I'm a filet mignon guy.
Okay.
I'll get an 8-ounce filet mignon.
That's it?
And I'll get a lobster tail, or
Okay.
I'll get like crab meat on top. But the thing I love that they do there is they have like 6 sauces. So they'll have like a béarnaise and like a peppercorn
Yeah.
and all the.
Oh,
and-
peppercorn?
But you can get like a bunch of different sauces and
Yeah.
try them all.
Yeah, Texas is big on sauce.
Yeah.
I've never seen people like have so many different options. I'm like, there's so much flavors going on here, and you do. I don't even know if this is for a French fry, but it tastes delicious.
Yeah. It's for anything. If you can get it on there, it's for it.
We are two potheads talking about fucking food.
Dude.
Everyone's like, what about your football career? We're like, oh, those sauces.
Yeah,
What's the
man.
steak place called?
So that one's Austin Landing Cattle, ALC. But fucking 10 out of 10, man. And it's a real fine dining experience. All the guys wear ties and talk to you real softly.
What is
Like-
a dinner? $300 for 2 people?
I think you can get out of there if you don't go crazy on the wine or anything.
Yeah.
You can get out of there for $150 for 2
Wow.
people. Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely go.
Yeah.
I want a good piece of meat. There's so much convenient, good places to eat off of these trucks and little places all over that have just amazing.
What's your
food.
like favorite kind of food?
I love Indian food.
Best
Yeah.
Indian food I've ever had. It's a little bit of a hike from here.
Yeah.
So it's
Is it on Congress?
No, it's
Because I did some Google searches. I
No,
can
it's in
fuck up a
Pflugerville.
buffet. Oh, it's in Pflugerville.
It's in Pflugerville. So it's an Indian and Nepalese joint. The lady moved here from Nepal,
Yeah.
and all of her family recipes, it's unfucking believable.
Really?
It's called
What is
Curry
it?
Kitchen.
Curry Kitchen.
Curry
Easy
Kitchen.
enough.
Dude, it's insane.
Is it a buffet?
No, it's
situation?
just
Entree?
dishes. Yeah, entrees.
I'm going.
The goat vindaloo thing is insane. The butter chicken,
I ordered some yesterday. It was dog shit.
dude, bad
Yeah.
Indian food sucks.
I know.
There's only 3 good ones. So that one's the best, but it's up north.
Yeah.
Then there's saffron. That's the other good one. And then clay pot.
I ordered from Clay Pot. It was okay.
It's okay.
okay.
Exactly. I give it a 6.
Yeah.
But saffron, I give like a 7 or an 8, depending on what you order. But Curry Kitchen's 10 out of 10. It's nuts.
Fucking jerk chicken,
Mm-hmm.
curry chicken, rice and peas, Jamaican West Indian food.
Yeah.
A lot of Mexican food.
Dude, my favorite Puerto Rican truck just closed, and I'm so sad.
What's the menu difference compared to something that you'd see around here? I don't even know if this is is it mostly Puerto Rican?
No, we
No.
have everything here,
Yeah.
but the population we have a lot of Mexican,
Yeah, of course, right.
Here,
The border, right?
and then we have a pretty strong Guatemalan population
Uh-huh.
too. But I think it's mostly Mexican and Central American that you get around here. But like Puerto Rican is like Cuban sandwiches, and then
I love a good Cuban
pernil.
sandwich.
So like slow cooked pork with like rice with peas and carrots
Bone
in it.
drops out of it. I know.
Ooh,
We're gonna have
daddy.
to exchange some exchange. I don't know where to go.
Oh, I got you, man.
Yeah?
It's
That buffet alone, that Indian place in Pflugerville sounds like a
Just go
day
to
crusher.
If you need a buffet, Al Damaski Mediterranean buffet.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. This is gonna be a food podcast.
I know.
I'm sorry. I
like
love
to eat.
food.
I'm a big foodie too. I love
man.
pigging out. I don't look like it, but I do eat a ton of food.
Dude, this is the best food town.
Yeah.
Okay, Houston is better because it's bigger and more diverse. And New York and LA,
That's why I haven't
obviously.
seen anything else because I've eaten around here and they're all awesome. I'm like, why am I gonna go outside of this? But I asked people like Austin, Texas sushi is supposed to be insane.
Bro, amazing.
Yeah.
Uchi and Uchiko are both incredible, and they're very unique. So it's pieces that so my favorite piece at Uchiko is a nigiri style piece. So the rice on the bottom, and then they have a 72-hour sous vide Wagyu ribeye. And then they put that, and then
It's
they
a
Wagyu is like a quality of beef. So it's like Kobe beef, where it's like the highest quality, where it's the like A5 grain content.
Sure.
So big, fatty, but super tender because it's cooked for 3 days. And then they top that with Gruyere foam.
for 3 days.
Yeah.
You know that's good. If you're cooking for the same thing for 3 days,
Yeah,
it's
man.
always great.
I get it with Gruyere foam and a shaved truffle on top. It's decadent.
Yeah.
It's just out of this world good.
Yeah.
But they also, so when you go to most sushi places, that green shit they call wasabi is horseradish with flavoring and food coloring.
Yeah.
It's not wasabi. Real fresh wasabi tastes kind of like that, but just like so much better.
Yeah.
And they put fresh
scratch.
wasabi on a lot of dishes there where they'll just paint a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Man, it's
Yeah, you can taste the freshness. Yeah. You know,
Really
wasabi
can.
out of a squeeze bag. No, it's not gonna fly.
no, it's bonkers.
I did give up ketchup for sriracha though.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a good
I
trade-off.
was a Heinz guy forever. That glass bottle on the kitchen table was
Yeah.
a big part of my childhood. But once
Break
I got it,
one too many in your ass.
I didn't know what the fuck the yeah, you can hurt yourself if you put that in there.
Yeah. You'd be
I
surprised how
didn't
strong your
know
butthole
that
is.
The chicken on the sriracha bottle, I thought, what is it? Chicken juice? I didn't know.
I have no idea. What is it about?
A rooster. They got a rooster on the sriracha.
Yeah, I know,
bottle.
but like, what is it? Do you know why?
No, I don't know.
Oh, so you now
No.
I have a question to figure out too.
Yeah, I want to figure out why there's roosters on Cock of the Walk.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I love sriracha. I love a good hot sauce too.
That works on the eggs.
Yeah.
Tabasco sauce too.
Do you like scrambled eggs at all?
I love a breakfast. I'll eat breakfast any time of the day.
Same.
With waffles.
Dude, I've been fucking up the Gordon Ramsay style scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
So you cook high heat and you stir them vigorously, and then you do it 30 seconds
Scorch
on the
it?
heat and off. So you do on and off, and they come out.
What do you mean on the heat? You're
So like
stirring it in
you have a
bowl
pan,
over
like
heat?
a pan, like a frying pan, and you've got the eggs in there.
Yeah.
And so while you're stirring them with the spatula and constantly mixing them, you take the whole pan off the heat for like 30 seconds at a time and
Reduce
keep
it.
stirring it. And then you go back. So you're just like treating it with heat. And then eventually it comes out like creamy
Yeah.
and fluffy. It's so fucking good.
I'm gonna try that because
Yeah.
I love an egg.
Watch his TikTok. He'll teach you how to do it. So easy.
Poached eggs
Ooh.
with like they got that Texas cut bacon out here where it's extra thick.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe two orders of bacon, rye toast.
Okay.
Or unless there's a crazy multigrain
Okay.
that looks like trail mix with crust on it. You know, whether it's like the seeds. Look like you're feeding parrots.
Yeah.
On the roof of a high school.
Yeah.
And some sort of like fruit cup or something, some sort of fruit dish.
You need to go to Spread & Co.
Spread and Co.
Yeah.
Poached eggs, bacon,
You can get that exact meal there.
home fries.
Ooh,
Like
daddy,
the
yeah.
ones with the paprika on it or something. They put that little red. Is it
Yeah.
paprika. Yeah,
I think that is paprika, yeah.
Yeah, salt and pepper, and it's kind of. I don't even mind it on the gross end of greasy when I'm eating that kind of stuff.
Of course.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I feel like Austin is pretty lacking on is the like quality breakfast place. Like
Yeah.
I fuck up a breakfast at my house way better than most of these places, and it's so overpriced. Like
Yeah.
you've got Snooze, but they're a fucking California chain. Kirby Lane is dog shit. Like if someone says that's good breakfast, I don't trust them.
Yeah.
That's good the same way IHOP's good, you know. And then we have Austin Java is okay.
One in a million is supposed to be really good.
One in a million,
Yeah.
specifically their Don Juan breakfast taco, incredible.
Okay.
That's a great one to get. But that one's also gotten so touristy where you got to go stand in line for 30 minutes to fucking eat there. We've got great breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
Now that we no shortage of. And biscuits and gravy, if you fuck with that.
I would. What gravy do you go with? A beef or a chicken gravy?
So it depends on what the other toppings are because they've gotten bougie with it. There's a place
What
called
do you mean other toppings? It's biscuits and gravy. What else?
Oh,
put on
daddy,
it?
they'll put
They load it up like
chives,
a baked potato.
bacon. Yeah, and then you can get it with like so usually it's a sausage gravy.
Soda biscuits, right?
Yeah, but we'll do buttermilk biscuits
Oh, yeah.
here. So they're fluffy and
Yeah.
very flaky,
Rich.
good, rich. Yeah. But like so, biscuits and groovy and bird biscuit are two different.
Biscuits and groovy.
Yeah.
I thought you slipped up something, then I realized that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Biscuits and groovy.
yeah. It's a food truck, and they do like 6 kinds of biscuits and gravy.
They have such an amazing variety. Not to mention like these fucking donut shops.
Ooh, daddy.
What is it? Monster Donut.
There's Voodoo downtown.
Yeah.
Voodoo's fucking dog shit,
No,
man.
I went in there baked and spent $60 on donuts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go to Gordo's next time.
Gordo's.
Gourdoughh. Gordo.
Master Donuts across the street's pretty good.
Yeah.
but they close so early. It's like 1 p.m. The donuts.
I've got one by me, Mrs. Johnson's. It's open till 2 a.m. They got a drive-through. That's
What is your local like must-have late night? No, like I'm talking snack, not a burger or any of that.
man. If it's like 2 a.m.
Ice cream
and I need food,
cake.
so Hollow Mode ice cream, the rolled ice cream. Have you had that?
Yes, I have. And they roll it.
Yeah,
on
and they
there.
put, dude. I get the chai coffee one, and so it's like a chai coffee flavor, and then I add condensed milk.
Yeah,
Greatness. So that's a great one. But Halal Time,
yeah.
over on the east side, that's my go-to spot. Sam, the guy that runs it, I call him Spice Daddy.
You get baklava and stuff like that.
No, I get lamb and falafel over rice.
Okay.
And that's all I get there. But it's so bad that like I was walking into Creek the other day. I parked downtown and I'm walking in a van.
Smell it?
Stops in the street and rolls down the window and goes, "Mike." And I look and it's Sam from Halal Time. He's like, "I haven't seen you in a week."
We're living the dream. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks so much for having
Mike,
me,
Where
man.
can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at the Mike Eaton. That's where I post all my shows and where I'm performing and stuff.
Awesome.
That's the best place to find me.
Cool. Let's get out of here and I can put on the air conditioning. Maybe get some ice cream.
Yeah, oh, dude, that sounds great. Let's do it.
Thanks, everybody.
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe word with Jason Rouse.